What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Christian Show Talk Movies. I'm Chris.
I'm Chelle.
And today we are doing our film recap of the films that me and Chelle watched in our own personal time. Chelle, how are you?
I'm okay. How about you?
Good. Excited to do this. It's always fun to see what movies we do in our own personal time, and this should be a good one. We got Russell in the house already. Good to see you, Russell.
Hey, Russell. Thanks for hanging out and being on time and early. I love it. Love it.
Yes, it's always good when the chat starts pumping before we jump in there.
Yes, it's very exciting. I'm okay, Russell. I'm hanging in there. It's been a very rough week on the personal side, but I'm trying to hang in there. How are you? Hey, Shot.
Hi, Shot for Shot. Good to see you.
Thanks for stopping in. I can't even freaking get 3 sentences to go together today. And I'm looking for something I can't find, so I'm going to stop.
Yes. All right. I got a bit of a list, so we'll get stuck into it. So I'll start with this one. We'll start with the obvious. Scream 7. I've seen it twice now. Had a good time with it. I enjoyed it more the second time, but what I will say at the moment, because we're going to get into it more next weekend with Kyle and Em, so it really goes off the cliff when it gets to that third act. So that's all I'm going to say about Scream 7 currently.
What Shot has something here. He's borderline falling asleep, but I have to move my camera because I can't see. You're going to see it again. So what'd you think, Shot? No spoilers.
Yeah, Russell hasn't seen it yet.
I go first thing. Well, I saw it last night, and I took today to kind of digest it, and this was my plan all along. I didn't because I felt a certain way about it or anything. I took Friday off to just kind of digest it because I went in expecting so much out of this film that I wanted to just take a moment and be either super happy or super cranky. And so that was today, and I go tomorrow at 11 o'clock again. Oh, Shot's on that day on M's stream with us too. That's great.
Yes, it's going to be a fun one. So currently Shot gives it 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Yeah, mine's not that high. But I'm hoping that since I went in with such enormous expectations yesterday, that now that I've seen it, I don't have to try and absorb the whole film this time. I can just sit down and watch it and either appreciate it or be crankier about it. I'm not really sure. Chris's opinion did not change after seeing it a second time. I'm hoping mine does.
Yeah, Shot, it's going to be fun to do that. Have you join us with that stream with Em and Kyle, and when we do that stream, I'll also have a question for you. I've got a bit of a joke going around with Em and Kyle and Chelle at the moment about the Stumacher house, so we'll be interested to get your opinion on that. So, Chelle, what do you got for your next? What do you got for your next movie, for your first movie? Second movie, really.
The first thing I watched was a date night with my friend and her husband. I was out of town. We watched Wrecking Crew on Prime. It's a 26 film with Mimosa. I call him Mimosa. I know that's not how you say it.
Jason Momoa.
Batista and Marina Baccarini, of course.
Yes.
I gave it 3 out of 5. It was predictable and dumb and campy. The explosions were nice, though. They did have some solid explosions, but it was fun. I will never watch it again unless, like, my son says, "Hey, Mom, you want to watch this?" But it was fun. And, sometimes you just need a dumb, fun movie. And that's what I got. So
nice.
I would recommend You know, if you're bored and you have free time and you have Prime, I'd watch it again. I mean, I would watch it, not watch it again.
I have seen the trailers for it, and I've been meaning to watch it. I just haven't got around to seeing that one yet.
I mean, you could almost write the ending yourself because you know
Yeah,
what's going to happen.
yeah,
But Marina Baccarini is delightful.
as always.
As always, I do love her. She's my third girlfriend. Hey, Eli.
Who's your second?
That would be Nev.
Yeah.
Anna.
Oh,
Well,
I mean,
no, that would be Anna. Nev would be my first. She's my original. But Jason Momoa, he doesn't do anything for me, like at all. Batista, he's entertaining. The first time I ever saw him anything was as Drax, and he's hilarious as Drax. I think he's wonderful in that role. So he's not quite as ridiculous in this one, but it's a lot of fun. The Shellinator.
The Shellinator.
That's new, but I like it. I like it. Stick with it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Jason Momoa in a lot of stuff, but probably the film for me, what really sticks out with him would be. I know I know you haven't seen these films, but obviously, Fast X. He plays the bad guy in that, and he's a bit of a show pony in that, which is a bit of fun, and he brings a bit of comedy to it.
Yeah, those are not my thing. But
next film we'll talk about, because I know me and Chelle have both seen this film. We've got Crime 101. So obviously this one we got Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, and what's his name? Plays the Hulk. Mark Ruffalo. Chris Hemsworth is a bit of a thief and does these obviously does these heists and that, and there's a heist that he's gonna do, but he doesn't feel right about it, so he ends up pulling it out, and someone else ends up doing it. Halle Berry, she works for an insurance company, and obviously she's excited because they're going to make her a partner. But obviously they pull it on out because they think she's getting too old, and she's doesn't really bring anything to that firm anymore. So she obviously hooks up with Chris Hemsworth, and they're gonna go do this heisting together. But then obviously throughout the movie, there's stuff there that sort of changes with that, and I had a good time with it. Probably could have been a lot more action in it though, but yeah, I had a good time with it, and that's really it for that one.
I'll jump on that since I saw it. I thought it was okay. I do not have the enthusiasm that Chris has for it. I gave it a 3.5, even though I really wanted to give it a 3. The cinematography was spot on. It was beautifully shot. You really felt like Los Angeles was part of the cast.
Good point.
They did not just the overall shots like they normally do, to let you know where you are. But I felt like they just really made it beautiful. But yeah. I thought like the end, I don't want to give anything away, but there's this scene with Ruffalo and Hemsworth and Tate Donovan and his daughter, wife, child. I don't know who the hell she was. And it drags on to me, and it just on, and then it's over very rapidly. And I don't know. I didn't get the point of it. I mean, I understand the point of it, but I felt like it really could have been done better. And overall, I was super stoked for this movie too. Super stoked. But I did not enjoy that either. Well, he's not making Marvel movies now, so he's busy, or he's free.
I don't know exactly which one you're talking about, but I do know he is filming he is filming a movie in Brisbane, Australia at the moment, which is obviously not far from where he lives anyway.
Have you seen his Alexa commercial that was in the Super Bowl?
I might have.
He comes in holding a snake, and his wife bought the Alexa. You have to Google it or YouTube it. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious. I won't bore you with it, but figures Alexa's trying to kill him. It's a riot.
Okay. Next movie I will talk about is a movie which is actually the last movie I watched before I saw Scream 7, which was Bone Lake. So
I don't know
Bone
that.
Lake, Bone Lake is about this couple. They rock up to like this big like house where they're going to stay at, and I think they get the weekend to themselves. So the boyfriend or husband, whatever, is all really excited because he is basically going to be a no clothes at all, like sort of a little holiday. So you can just walk around naked all the time. But then another couple ends up rocking up to the place. And obviously, they both couples don't want to leave, so then they've got to coexist, living in that house together. But the couple that rocks up secondly, there's a bit of a mystery with them, and they you've seen this sort of thing in a movie before. They start like talking weird and say all this like crazy stuff about the other person, and then let's just say it goes off the rails from there. Wasn't fantastic, but it was a bit of a fun to watch, and probably the last 20 minutes is probably the best part of the movie.
All right. I don't know if it's true, Russell, but he is supposed to be in Doomsday, but I heard he's not supposed to be in Doomsday very long, if you know what I mean.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me. That's already like if you look at the cast and that's massive already. To say how much airtime is really everyone going to get?
No, I mean he's supposed to die.
Okay.
Hawkeye too.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Chelle, what do you got next?
I was craving some Anna Camp because 7 was not giving me anything. So I watched the Pitch Perfect trilogy. They are from 2012, 15, and 17. They star Anna Camp, Anna Kendrick, Brittany Snow, Elizabeth Banks. She even directs one or two of them. And they are about these girls are in college, and Anna Camp and Brittany Snow are already there. And Anna Camp ends up throwing up at this big regional competition that she was doing a solo for, and she puked all over the front 2 rows. So when the next year, when it's time to recruit, nobody wants to join because, as one of the other teams put it, they puked her way to the bottom.
Yeah.
So they try to get Anna to sing, Anna Kendrick, and she's like, "Oh, I don't even sing." So she goes into the loo later on, and she's of course singing, because God, can that girl sing. And Brittany Snow happens to be in the bathroom and hears her sing and makes her audition and blah, blah, blah. So the Bellas are born. And it follows them through and towards the end of college. And they win all these awards and they win all this stuff. And it's a coming of age story, but it's also how women interact with one another, which isn't always the greatest. We can be very catty.
Yeah, it's Pitch Perfect Chelle's talking about now.
They can be very judgmental and catty and deprecating and bitchy and judgy and all those derogatory words. But these are a group of women that really lift each other up and support each other, and it's a good story. I mean, if you're into it's definitely chick flicks, but
yeah,
I love them. I watch them at least 3 times a year. Love them.
What did we watch recently? You said one of the girls in it, and she was kind of like the whore of the group. What were we watching?
She was the whore of the group in a movie we watched.
I think it was like Pitch Perfect. I think she was like the whore of the group.
She's in the whore. Yeah, her name is Stacy in Pitch Perfect. I'm not sure what her name is. I'd have to look her name up, but yeah, Anna Camp is she's a riot. she she graduates after the first one, and then the girls are having trouble finding their sound in the second one, and they're losing all these competitions and doing all this stupid shit. And then Brittany Snow, who's friends with Anna Camp, says, we're going on a retreat. And she
Yeah.
takes them on this retreat, and they all get off the bus, and they're all like bitching about the bugs and the heat, and they want to shower, and they want to plug in their phone and all this stuff. And Anna Camp comes over, and she's like this big rule follower and cracks the whip and makes the girls follow these rules and sleep in tents and stuff. It's hilarious. Anna Camp is a delight, an absolute delight.
Okay. Next movie I watched is obviously this is no stranger to anyone, and it's obviously a recent movie. I watched Black Phone 2 again. I'd watched it the first time when me and Chelle did a watch party for it. And obviously when we do watch parties and I haven't seen the movie before, it's a bit hard to fully concentrate on the movie. So I thought I'd give it another watch again. Not a great movie, but it's definitely better. It's better than the first one. It's got some good scenes in it. But yeah, I probably wouldn't watch it again for a while. But at the end, if they end up doing a third one, it will be interesting to see where they go from the way how the second one ended. So that's
the thing with the second one is it's like most sophomore entries into a trilogy or more. It's like the New Moon of the Twilight series, or whatever, Catching Fire of the Hunger Games series. They're all very dialogue and story based, so they're not very action oriented. It's a lot of story and a lot of filling in what was missing from the first story and prepping you for the third one, so that the third one can be exciting, like Mockingjay in the Hunger Games, and Eclipse, which is one of the best of the Twilight series. So that it's the second one is generally decent, but it has that almost obligation to give you far too much information that you're like, oh my God, stop talking. I mean, that's how I am with New Moon. I skip it oftentimes because I hate it. The book was the same way. It just gives you so much crap.
Yeah.
But I liked 2 better than 1, I think.
Yeah.
In Black Phone Land, but I don't know. I didn't really like either one of them.
Yeah, me and Kyle kind of had this conversation yesterday with obviously Five Nights at Freddy's. We were talking about obviously Matthew Lillard. We were saying obviously, he was pretty hyped in the first one, and then he had that big dialogue scene at the end, and then wasn't in it very much in the second one. But we know that he's building up to something big in the third one. So
the second one, the second movie is what you have to put up with to get the rest of the series or the rest of the trilogy or whatever.
Yeah.
Russell, New Moon was my favorite. Oh no. Sorry, Russell.
I haven't seen him for a long time.
It's a lot of story. But I mean, you need the story. Otherwise you can't get past it if you don't have it.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I remember the second one, that's pretty much like the full introduction, like the whole werewolves and that, isn't it? That's when they bring in the lore about Jacob being a werewolf.
No, you get that in the beginning. Well, you get it in the beginning. You get it in Twilight a little bit. They kind of mostly allude to it, but it's a little bit in 2, but it really explodes in 3. Well, yeah, because that's when Jacob becomes a vampire and a werewolf, a vampire.
Because I remember that scene where Bella's like she's like running in that field, and then he turns into the werewolf.
Right, he jumps over her. Yeah. That's a great scene.
Yeah. Skinwalkers, as Russell says. Chelle, what do you got next?
Another trilogy. The Jurassic World trilogy. It's World, and then I forget what the second one is, and then Dominion. I just have Jurassic World 2. I forget what it's called. I love the original. The first 2. The third one where they go to San Diego really, really pushes me. But I prefer, and I know it's all CGI and there's nothing practical, and turning that argument away, it's all about raptors.
Yeah.
And I love raptors. And that's not to say that raptors aren't in the original. I watched that one with Taya Leone a lot because that one's all about the raptor eggs and stuff. But I am a huge raptor fan. Huge. So I will watch Blue all day, every day.
I think that's
At least
three
the
is one.
first two Jurassic Worlds. I can't remember. No, I think 2 is when they go to San Diego.
Yeah, 2 is when they go to San Diego.
3 is Taya Leone. Yeah,
yes.
I'll skip 2. If I'm watching them all, I'll skip 2 because it is god awful. I do
love
not enjoy 2 at all.
I love 2. I love the T-Rex.
Probably does too.
I love the T-Rex scene, and I love the T-Rex scene in part 2 with when they're going to push the big that big van off the cliff. Hold on to something.
The raptors are the highlight of Jurassic Park. Absolutely. In the original, where they're chasing the kids, in the third one with where they steal the eggs and they're just killing everything. And then, I mean, Blue is the story of the Jurassic World series.
Yeah, the cool part in Jurassic Park 2 with the raptors is obviously when he's doing when they're trying to get that girl and they're like digging.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the part before that where they're running through that
the grass,
all that long grass, and then you just see them all sort of come from the side, which looks pretty cool. That's
what whenever the girls run out in the grass in the summer, they run out and then they lift their heads to sniff and see like which I have a big yard, so which direction of the yard they should go and sniff first. So they run out like there is a pile of steak in the middle of my yard. So they run out and then they stop and then they stick their heads up and they turn and you could see their little sniffers going, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, they are raptors. If only my grass was 9 foot high, we could see their little tails run through it. But I mean, they remind me of a lot of raptors. And somebody sent me a meme when I first got them, and it was what you think of when you get a puppy, and it was this beautiful little, you know, and then it was a raptor and what you actually get when you get a puppy. I was like, oh, how fitting is that?
Yeah, we'll get to them at some point. I think we should probably do them soon. I think the old Jurassic Parks.
Let's hit it. Blue kind of turned on Chris Pratt. I don't think so. Not Blue. Blue is a delightful little thing. And in the third one, Blue made her own baby. I mean, that's pretty crafty.
Yes.
Only a girl could figure out how to do that. That one's not my favorite. It's weird. I mean, maybe I have to watch it 100 times like I've seen the other two. I've probably only seen it 4 or 5 times. I think it could use some work. But
yeah. Well, if Blue can have a baby, wouldn't that come back to like the whole frog DNA?
Well, I think that's how she did it because the frog DNA was spliced into it.
Yeah.
But she was the only one smart enough to figure out she figured out how to do it herself because she's so smart. The rest of the dinosaurs are dumb, apparently.
Next film I watched I'm happy to get this one out of the way was Anaconda 2026.
Oh dear God.
Absolutely hated this film. I don't know why they chose to go this way and to try and make it a comedy. It would have been better off if they sort of kept it as like a serious semi like a horror film like they did in I think it was 97 was the original Anaconda film.
Was it that recent? The one with John Voight?
Yeah, that was 97.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only seen it once. So,
yeah.
But I thought that was way earlier than that.
No, 97. That was just before he did Varsity Blues.
Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, it tried to be funny. It wasn't. The snake looked like shit.
The only way I would ever watch that movie is with you, so I'm glad we're never going to watch that movie.
Well, basically, this one, it's obviously it's Paul Rudd and Jack Black. They were both they like filming films together when they were when they were kids, and then Jack Black lies to Paul Rudd and says that he's worked out the deal and got the rights to make a new Anaconda film. So then they go off to the jungle and make an Anaconda film, and something happens to the Anaconda film that the Anaconda they actually take there to film with.
Well, of course it does.
Yes. And then it goes on from there, and they end up finding a real anaconda. It's not a very good film. So yeah.
What people like, what Hollywood, I guess, doesn't understand is that type of humor doesn't last forever. Jack Black has been saying the same type of crap for 40 years?
Yeah.
It's not funny anymore. He's not funny anymore. He's just not. He's just obnoxious. So they need to rein it in. And while Paul Rudd is still really entertaining, he's not gonna play off of somebody like Jack Black and win. Not at all.
I think if they did this, like they wanted to do this style of Anaconda movie, it would have been better if they did this around the Tropic Thunder days. Because obviously they would have been able to get away with everything then. But
right, and he was considered funny then. Well,
yes.
I didn't think he was funny, but the rest of the planet did. But it wears off. It's the same crap over and over, and people are just resigned to it, and they're tired of it.
I think when it comes to Jack Black, if you were to say, you could watch one Jack Black movie, what would it be? Which obviously he's the lead in, and that would be School of Rock.
I don't know that I've ever seen that. If I did, it was once, and I don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Jack Black fan.
Chelle, what do you got next?
The Secret Life of Pets. It's a cartoon from 2016. It shows what happens when you go to work and your pets stay home. How some of them will just sit at the door and whine and wait for you to come home all day.
I think Chelle's frozen a bit there for a second. Yeah, I haven't seen that Ghostbusters movie, Russell. To be fair, I've recently just rebought the Ghostbusters 1 and 2, so I have to go back through the old Ghostbusters movies and watch them. All right, Chelle, you back now?
I'm back.
Yes.
So The Secret Life of Pets focuses on what happens while you're at work. The one, like the dog's at the door beating his tail, waiting for her to leave, and she's been gone 8 seconds. And then the neighborhood cat comes down the fire escape and comes in this guy's window, and they hang out all day. Yeah. Or there's a hamster or a hedgehog or something small that comes in through the grate. And then the one gets kidnapped because he runs away. And like this whole big story. It's this whole big grand adventure. It's like Finding Nemo for dogs and cats. It's the second time I've seen it. It's very cute. If you're looking for something just to waste your time on, it's cute. There are 2. I have not seen the second one, but it's very cute.
Nice. Yes, you are right, Russell. Jack Black is good in The Jackal with Bruce Willis and Richard Gere, but obviously he's not really the lead in that or anything. So, it's obviously The Jackal's a serious movie.
Isn't he the?
Yeah, he's the one who manufactures that special gun for.
Okay, yeah.
For Bruce Willis.
I haven't seen that in 100 years.
He ends up blowing his bloody hand off or whatever it was.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in 100 years. Yeah. But yeah.
And if you want to think of another movie like that with Jack Black, would be Enemy of the State.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the computer people in that. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie you're talking about.
Secret Life of Pets. There are 2.
Yes. Another movie I watched this year is or watched this month is one of my favorite movies from 2020 2022, I think. Ambulance.
Hmm.
Obviously Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh shit, forgot what the girl's name is now. Eliza Gonzalez. They're gonna pull off, and I forgot what his brother's name is. His name's Will in the movie. They're gonna pull off a big bank heist, and obviously the shit goes sour as it always does, and then obviously they escape, and they've got to go through. They escape through an ambulance, and obviously when they're trying to escape, they end up shooting a cop. So they're driving around through Los Angeles with this cop in the back. They're trying to keep him alive. And it's like Chelle said before with Crime 101. Los Angeles itself is actually a character in itself, because you just see the backdrop of like Los Angeles all the time in the streets. It's a good movie, a lot of fun, good popcorn movie. Russell also
Yes,
agrees
that's a
that
good one.
Ambulance was
That is
good.
a good one.
Chelle, what do you got next?
Tag. Jeremy
Nice.
Renner, Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, John Hamm, Isla Fisher, the lovely Isla Fisher, Annabelle Wallace, and I think that's
Oh, good old Annabelle Wallace from she was in what was that movie we watched?
yes, that one. Yeah, I can't think of who it was or what it is, but yeah, her.
Yeah.
So it's based on a true story of this group of friends that started playing tag when they were very young. And now every year there is a race to get the other person tagged. So if you get tagged at the end of this game, you are it for a year.
Yeah.
There's one guy who has not ever been tagged. He's played by Jeremy Renner.
Yes.
He's getting married. So he invites all these guys to his wedding. And they, of course, concoct this plan to tag him because obviously it's his wedding. He's going to be very distracted, very busy. He'll be, dealing with the wife and this and that, not paying attention to almost being tagged. Well, they're completely wrong because Jeremy Renner's character is spot on, sets them up to fail the whole movie. Jeremy actually broke both of his arms filming this film. And then he got run over by a snowmobile.
Yes.
But I've only watched it 2 or 3 times, but it's a lot of fun. There's a situation at the end where Jeremy may or may not get tagged. I don't want to give it away if you've not seen it, but I do recommend it. It's a lot of fun. The cast is good. They play well off of one another.
Yes.
John Hamm has one of those sexy voices. He's nice to listen to, and nice to look at. But they're like Ed Helms is a riot. They play really well off of each other, and John Hamm is really good at being very funny while being very serious.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I love Mayor of Kingstown, Russell. Love it. They film it about 7 hours from my house. I might go down next time they're asking for extras because they were last year.
Nice.
See Chelle on the set of Kingstown. Imagine our subscriber count. Chris and Chelle of Mayor of Kingstown fame.
Yeah, on the set of Mayor of Kingstown. Yeah, I've only seen Tag once.
Oh my god, it's so much fun. But yes, I do love Kingstown. Chris
I've
hasn't
never seen
watched it yet. I keep telling him to.
Yeah, I got lots of stuff to watch.
I know.
I got Las Vegas to
my
watch.
watched list is like my to be read pile, which is very big.
I got a big TV list. I got obviously Sons of Anarchy to watch. Las Vegas, Blacklist.
Well, give me your list. I'll prioritize it for you. Because 2 of the 3 you just said you need to watch today. What's interesting, Russell?
Okay. What have I got? Next one, I'm gonna go a nice little oldie one here. Wild Things, Nev Campbell,
Mm.
Denise Richards, and Matt Dillon. It is Matt Dillon, isn't it? I get him
It is
confused
Matt
with
Dillon
Matt.
and Kevin Bacon.
I get him and his brother Kevin Dillon confused sometimes.
Yes, Matt Dillon and Kevin Bacon.
Yes, and Kevin Bacon. Yes. So obviously, Matt Dillon's a teacher at Blue Bay High School with his two students, Nev Campbell and Denise Richards, and they. We don't know this as the audience yet, but they've actually cocked up a plan to set up Denise Richards' mum for obviously a payday. So they cock up a plan that she was raped. And then, yeah, so all that goes down. And then throughout the movie, there's twists and turns and all that kind of stuff. And it's a good film.
And just when you think it's over and you know who did it or
You
who's going to
don't.
get away with it, you don't. And they do
Yes.
that like 3 times. It's so good.
Yeah.
So well done. And Nev Campbell is just, well, that's where I fell in love with Nev Campbell. I mean, how could you not in that movie? Oh,
And
amazing.
when you watch those movies, if you watch the ending credits of those films, that's actually when they fill in the blanks of the story.
Really?
Yes.
Well, look what I have to do.
Yes.
Let's
I don't know
write
if
that down, shall we?
I don't know if it's so much the first one, but I know obviously from the second one onwards, they fill in the gaps.
Well, I'll have to check out I haven't seen the others.
Yeah. The fourth one's probably the worst one, but two and three aren't too bad.
There's 4 of them?
Yeah, there's 4 of them.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Sex sells, so of course they're going to make more.
I guess. Yeah, Russell. They had a casting. Jeremy even shared it to be an extra. And that's about, so, I guess where they were filming was between 7 and 7.5 hours for me. But I totally would have driven there to do that. That would have been so much fun.
I was a Denise Richards fan in Wild Things, Russell, so I'm going the opposite.
Well, she did show a little bit more skin than Nev did.
Yes. What you got next, Chelle?
My last one, because I had a light month, Independence Day.
Nice.
The original. I don't know why. I was scrolling through Vudu and was bored, which often happens. And the speech that Bill Pullman gives just kind of called out to me, and
yeah,
I thought, oh, that's good, because that's one of the greatest. And I know it's weird; it's a sci-fi movie and it's dumb, but it's one of the greatest movie-driven presidential speeches.
Good morning.
That isn't based on, real life, not JFK or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's a really good speech. I will say that it took me about 6 watches to really like it. I wanted to like it. That's why I kept watching it, even though I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. But then one day, I couldn't, I just decided I was going to watch it. Like this was going to be it. I was either going to like it or I wasn't. And I did. And now I watch it probably twice a year.
Hi, Dominic. Good to see you.
Hi, Dominic. How are you?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're watching Independence Day, considering we're going to do that in July.
I know, but July's so far away.
And to my surprise, Chelle actually wants to watch Independence Day too. So we're going to be doing both of them in July, yeah. Starting with July 4th. So that's going to be fun. Next movie I watched, I've talked about this movie on the channel before. I watched Your Monster with Melissa Barrera and Tommy Dewey. Really the story starts off as Melissa Barrera. She's got her character, I think her name's Laura. I think she's got cancer, and her boyfriend at the time is he's like a director for theater. So they're coming up with an idea to make a play, but then obviously him taking obviously with Melissa Barrera being sick with cancer and that in the theater and that all the time, he doesn't have time for her anymore, so he basically dumps her on the spot and leaves her. And then she gets out of the theater and well, she gets out of hospital and she has to go. She moves back home with her parent with her mum, but her mum we do not see. And she meets up again with her childhood friend who is a monster, and it's basically a monster who lives in a wardrobe. It's a romantic comedy, and obviously he's the guy who plays Monster, Tommy Dewey, is pretty funny in it. It's not a bad movie. It's a bit of fun. If you are a fan of Melissa Barrera, I would highly recommend it to check it out at least once. Me and Chelle did do a watch party for it last year.
Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
What do you got next?
That's it. I'm out.
You're out. Jesus.
I'm out.
You need to start watching more movies, Chelle.
I know. February was rough for me. I don't know why. Like we said backstage, like it started and it was going so slow, and then it is today. And it's over. I don't know what happened in the middle, but I lost it. I missed it. I don't know. Next year, I promise I'll be better.
Russell, yes, I am going to go see Mortal Kombat 2, and I'm actually going to be doing the 3 movies before that as watch parties as well. But I did see the new trailer to Mortal Kombat 2 the other day, and I was slightly let down a bit by the second trailer. I was really happy with the first trailer they released for Mortal Kombat 2. But I'm excited to see it and see how we go with the next movie. So the next movie I watched, obviously because I'd watched Anaconda from 2025, I watched Anaconda 1997. Don't need to talk about this one too much because I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. It's definitely my favorite Anaconda movie of the bunch. Don't mind the old Anaconda 2, 3 and 4 you can skip. There's shit else. Yeah, so that was another movie I checked out this month. Another movie that I saw at the theater was Send Help. Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. So Rachel McAdams works for a company, and her boss dies, and her son ended up taking over the company, which is Dylan O'Brien, and then he basically doesn't want her to work for the company anymore. So he gives her the weekend basically to prove herself. So they've got to go on some business meeting trip. So then they end up going on a plane, and then the plane then crashes, and they end up going on an island. But yeah, obviously Rachel McAdams' character, she's a bit of a survivor, and she ends up becoming like this bit of a surviving nut on the island, where Dylan O'Brien is a bit of a spoon-fed little prick and pretty much doesn't know anything about survival. Had a good time with this movie. Was a bit surprised. It wasn't quite exactly how I thought it was going to be, but I know a lot of people have enjoyed this, and it's done very well at the box office. And hopefully soon we'll get a digital copy of it, and then we can do that as a watch party. So that was another movie for me. Another movie I did, which was one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, was The Wedding Singer. I was going to say Wedding Crashers for a second there. So if you haven't seen The Wedding Singer, it's Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, and obviously Adam Sandler with all these movie Goonies that he has. Adam Sandler is a wedding singer, and he's about to get married, and he gets obviously dumped by his fiance. She doesn't rock up to the wedding, so she doesn't want to be a wedding singer anymore. but obviously Drew Barrymore's character convinces him to hang around while because she's going to get married too. And then obviously throughout the movie, she realized the guy who she's going to marry is pretty much a total dickhead, and they end up falling in love with each other. So that's The Wedding Singer. Good movie, and obviously one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. What's Slash got to say? Hello, can't stay long. Just watch to pop in. Thanks for being here, Slasher. We appreciate that. We appreciate you dropping in.
Yes, thank you.
Next movie I watched definitely wasn't intentional to watch, but obviously with the passing of it is Catherine O'Hara, isn't it?
Catherine O'Hara, yep.
Yeah. So she passed away, and obviously some of us in the chat know who he is. David Defray did a watch party for Beetlejuice, so I end up watching that one as well. Took me a while to get used to Beetlejuice, but I've seen this movie so many times now, but I won't watch it again for a while, and I'm not a fan of the second one. I think the second Beetlejuice was an absolute shit show. Next movie I watched is a nice little fun one, and me and Kyle are actually going to do a watch party for this. We're planning to do a watch party for it. Hopefully, we're going to do it next month on his channel. We are doing it was Roadkill, or some of you would know this movie as Joyride. So Paul Walker, Steve Zahn, Lily Sobieski, and obviously Paul Walker's on his way back home, and he buys a car, and he ends up picking up his brother on the way, and they start doing all these CB radio pranks. And one of these guys starts to really fall for the prank. They start talking pretty much on the CB radio as women or girls, whatever. And then obviously they pick up Lily Sobieski's character, and the trucker ends up messing around with him. It's a bit of fun movie, nice little popcorn movie.
I've never seen that. I get that confused with the one with Eliza Dushkush. Is that one?
No.
What's that one called? Chick from Buffy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of the movie that you're thinking of.
It's not that important.
But I'm curious now. You might be thinking of Wrong Turn.
That's it.
Wrong Turn.
I can picture the cover.
Yeah. Wrong Turn, I believe, I haven't seen that for a long time, but that's more like The Hills Have Eyes type of thing. They're like scavenger monsters in the woods.
Got you.
I have to check out Joyride 3 then, Russell. I've only seen the first one, but I know there's 3 of them, so I'll check them out. Next movie I watched was we'd done all these movies in a watch party recently, but we did skip a couple of them, and these were my first time watch. So I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which wasn't bad for the first probably 40 minutes, and then the film really goes downhill, and I wasn't a big fan of it after that. What else did I watch? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, I watched that as well. To be honest with you, I can't remember a damn thing about it, so that gives you some example of what I thought about it. I know Chelle about to jump in there with this one. We watched The Town. I did.
Nice.
Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner. I can't remember the other 2 guys in it who are the bank robbers as well. Blake Lively, John Hamm. Russell says we need a Joyride 4 left on a cliffhanger. Okay, I'll have to check. I'll check them out then, Russell. Well, if you haven't seen The Town, it's obviously just said it's Ben Affleck. It's got a little bank robbing crew, and they do this job, and it doesn't exactly quite go to plan. It's because Jeremy Renner ends up taking the assistant manager sort of hostage, and they think that she might know some stuff. So obviously they Ben Affleck gets to know her a little bit, ends up falling in love with her, and she does end up finding out that he is a bank robber. It's a good movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
The Town is outstanding.
It is
outstanding.
One of my favorite movies of 2010.
Me too.
I think I must have had a bit of a heist month because the next movie I watched was Takers.
Nice.
Takers is with Paul Walker, Idris Elba, Hayden Christensen, and obviously again they're called Takers. Oh, that's also got Matt Dillon in it as well, and he's a cop. And he's a cop who's trying to take him down. So they're pretty much takers, and they take on these little heist jobs, and obviously Matt Dillon's character gets closer to him when they take on this big what was it? What do they call them? Armor truck job.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes from there. So if you are a fan of heist movies, I recommend that one for you. Another movie I ended up watching one night, which Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek. I kind of was in the mood for this movie after watching. What did I watch? From Dusk to Dawn, I watched Desperado.
Mm.
So Antonio Banderas is obviously a mariachi, he's a guitar player, and he goes after revenge for the person that killed his wife, and obviously shot. You only see a little flashback of it. You don't see it in the movie, and shot out his hand, and he can no longer play guitar anymore. It's a good little fun movie from the 90s. Obviously directed by Robert Rodriguez, and if you've seen the movie From Dusk to Dawn, it's pretty much got nearly the whole cast from that in it as well. Another movie I watched, which is a movie called Tape with Ethan Hawke.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, I think I've talked about it before. Ethan Hawke, he's a bit of a sleaze, and that he's drinking all in this hotel room, and he wants to meet up with a friend. And it's got Uma Thurman in it as well. She rocks up at the hotel, and it's pretty much a back and forwards type of thing. They're talking about, how they were like in high school and that type of stuff, and pretty much, I forgot the other guy's name in the movie. He's pretty much tells Ethan Hawke's character how much of an arsehole that he is, and how much of an arsehole he was. And then Ethan Hawke does the other thing, but he basically says he raped Uma Thurman's character, and if he doesn't confess to her, he's going to dob him in as well. And I can't really say too much more than that because obviously it's going to spoil the movie. But it's a good little fun movie if you can obviously track that one down.
What else you got?
What else have I got? I got two more. No surprise from this one. I watched Regretting You twice.
Oh, color me shocked.
Yes. Regretting You. McKenna Grace. Obviously the auntie from Megan. What's his name? Scott Eastwood. Dave Franco. Oh, Russell's bringing out the bloody Chris Hemsworth movie, Black Hat.
Yes, I heard bad things about that. That's why I never watched it. So
it's not bad.
You're saying it's decent, Russell.
I don't
I'll
mind
add
the
it
old
to my
black. I don't
little
mind the old
my
black
pink
cat.
post-it.
Also, Rick Redding's also got McKenna Grace's real life boyfriend in it. Obviously, he's also in Black Phone. Mason Thames. So, pretty much Mason Thames' character. He's pretty much had a crush on McKenna Grace's character. He's pretty much since he's basically been a child. So they do get together at some point. But probably the biggest story is what happens with Dave Franco's wife and McKenna Grace's dad. I can't really say too much for it because there's a bit of a plot story in that. So if you don't mind a bit of a little rom-com movie, check that one out. Yes, he is. Scott Eastwood is Clint Eastwood's son.
Sure is.
I was going to say we've seen him in something else recently we've done. He was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D.
That's what it was. Yeah, I never would have come up with that, but yeah, we did.
Regretting you. And I end up watching that twice this month. Surprise, surprise.
Chris has a little bit of a crush on McKenna Grace. But she's super cute. She's so like endearing in 7.
Yeah.
She's so cute in her little purple dress and sitting on her little fairy swing, and she's adorable.
And surprise, surprise, the last movie I watched for the month was a movie that came out of nowhere, and I wasn't expecting to watch it, but this movie had Dylan O'Brien in it and also has McKenna Grace in it. It was Anniversary. It's not that funny, Chelle.
You're going to get arrested.
So basically, Anniversary is I don't want to say too much about it because I'm trying to get Chelle to watch it.
Yes, don't spoil it.
So what I will say about it is it's basically a rich family, and in this family, they don't really care about politics at all. But one of their sons actually ends up dating this woman, and she wants pretty much a one world government. So instead of having your Democrats, your Democrats and all that type of bullshit, she basically just wants a one policy government. And all I will say about it is that actually does get in, and it's pretty confronting, which actually happens with that. And I was definitely surprised by the ending, what happens. That's all I'm going to say about that.
All right.
And that was my monthly watch of movies.
Your month was far more exciting than mine. Oh, she's the little blonde girl in 7, Russell.
Yes.
She plays the fairy princess, not the fairy princess. Is it the fairy princess?
What else? I'll say it this way, Russell. When you watch Scream 7, and there's the little play scene, and there's a girl, she's hanging on. Yeah, you can pretty much say she's the fairy princess, and she's like dangling on the ropes, like they're lifting her like off the ground and stuff. That's McKenna Grace.
She's one of Tatum's friends, Isabel May.
Oh, that's McKenna Grace there behind me. If you want to make that, if you want to laugh, or if you want to laugh about it anymore.
How you doing, OG Blood?
Hi there, good to see you. You've just missed all the movies that we've just talked about, which me and Chelle have seen over the month.
Yes, and Chris's were far more extensive than mine. I promise March will be better. I won't just sit here like a lump.
I hope so.
I'll be better.
I might have to ask you after each stream, Chelle, watch some movies.
So sorry for your shows. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means.
Nice.
We're fans of those. Most of them.
Yeah, Russell and myself were talking about Final Destination a little bit earlier.
Nice.
So what we will say now is that is the end of the stream, but me and Chelle, we're going to be back live at 9 p.m. my time, or it's 5:30 Eastern Standard USA time. We are doing the movie Missing. And if you missed it last night, we did a movie called Searching, so it's the opposite to that. So in Searching, it's a dad trying to find his daughter. In Missing, it's a daughter trying to find her mother who goes missing. So if you can, please join us. Yes, so if you can, please join us for that. We appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who hanged out, and we will see you soon for our next live stream or watch party. Have a good weekend, and if you haven't seen Scream 7, enjoy that as well. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Get another beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. You see?